Before I get started here, I want to ask the former division head of the FBI for the criminal division there, Christopher Schwecker. He tells the whole world on video. I got the video, got transcript of the video, that there were whistleblowers screaming bloody murder from the rooftops. Leading up to the financial crisis, there was whistleblowers screaming from the rooftops, but nobody was listening. I just want to know, Chris Schwecker, I guess you were officed over there at TC Jester on the Northwest 610 loop there, off of TC Jester. I used to work right around the corner from there over there for Merrick Brothers Systems. Ain't that fascinating, Chris Schwecker? But in any event, I've been in that FBI office at TC Jester too, Mr. Schwecker. Chris Schwecker. So you tell the whole world that there were people blowing the whistle like crazy from the rooftops, but nobody was listening at DOJ and FBI. So if nobody was listening, how did you hear about it? What do you know about the whistleblowers that were raising bloody hell like me? You know, I was raising bloody hell about all that bank swindling and money laundering and all that crap during the tenure of George Bush Sr. And Dan Quayle, wasn't that Dan Quayle? Yeah. Or wait a minute. Yeah, I think it was Dan Quayle. You know, when George and Barbara were, over there. Well, actually, it was when Ron Reagan and George Bush was vice president, and I was raising ever-loving stinking hell about all the financial fraud and the land swindling. You know, the thousands of land developments like Colony Ridges all over the state of Texas, hell, all over the United States. They got these land developments like Colony Ridges. Raising bloody hell about it, screaming from the rooftops, right, Christopher Schwecker? But I want to get onto my poll here. I've been coming down the mountain at the moment. I'm coming out of the mountains, and I was thinking that, I think Trump is suffering from STDs, and that would be Satanic Trump Derangement Syndrome, or Sicko Trump Disease Syndrome, or I don't know, Sexually Transmitted Drumpf Syndrome, STDs. What do you think the best one is for STDs and Donald Trump? Because there's your problem right there. See, they covered up and they ignored the victims during the Epstein crap too, and it's the same thing with the banking swindles and the looting of hundreds and billions and trillions from the U.S. and world economy. Yeah, they stole hundreds of billions and trillions globally over a few years, and they covered it all up. People were screaming bloody murder about it from the rooftops. And if you think I'm fooling around, get a hold of Schwecker. Here, I'll give you his phone number here. Hold on a second. I got his phone number right here just by coincidence. Give me just a second to pull it up. Here, I'll pull it up here on the old telephone thing here. Let's see. Let's get to the telephone conversations this morning. Here we go. It's right here. Give me just a second. I'm terrible at doing this with one hand. There's Schwecker's phone number. See, since from the rooftops, blowing the whistle from the rooftops. Right, Schwecker? Come on, dude. Yeah. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. That's a message to all my family and friends. You see, they were covering it up. There wasn't anything wrong with my whistleblowing. It was that the Department of Justice and the FBI were covering it all up. They were ignoring the victims, and they were weaponizing the justice system. They were weaponizing it. Boy, they unleashed that son of a bitch on me. They did everything they could to railroad me, to shut me up. Not only did they ignore the whistleblowers, they were trying to shut me up, too. If you got any questions, get a hold of Peter Bruton. And let's see, you can get a hold of Stu Webb, and you can get a hold of, let me see here. Wow. Sam Bushman up in American Fork at Liberty Roundtable. Get a hold of Sam Bushman. He'll tell you. Hell yeah. And Patrick Lovell, hell, he'll tell you about all my raising hell of whistleblowing with Eric Vaughn and Professor William K. Black. And that whole other gang, June Carboni and Mark Law, and that whole bunch at the con, and, you know, the Whistleblowers United. Pick up the phone and call Richard Bowen. Bowen will tell you. Richard Bowen will tell you. Houston Chronicle, the Houston Post, ABC News, NBC News, CBS. I was blowing the whistle from the rooftops like, holy crap, Schwecker. And y'all ignored it. You just weren't listening, were you, Chris? So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I've been right all along. And for all my detractors and all the people that tell you that I'm Fruit Loops, well, those people, they can kiss my ass. Especially Donald Trump. What an absolute psychotic, two-headed snake, lying sack of monkey turds, old Donald Trump. And J.D. Vance is nothing more than an ass licker. Oh, you are, J.D. Vance. You didn't back up your word. You know, you said that Trump was a danger to our nation, and then you sucked right up when he put you on the ticket, right? There's a bunch of them ass licker types like Marco Rubio, and I don't know, there's a bunch of them. Folks, I think even Kash Patel said that Trump was no good. But then, you know, he got picked for director of the FBI, so he sold out. You sold out, Schwecker. I guess your motto is, how low can you go? Have a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Hasta la vista. God bless. And you can bet you one thing. STDs. Sicko Trump derangement syndrome. That's what Trump suffers from.